Barry, I'm the chair of the Harwich Planning Board. Welcome to the January 28th, 2025 meeting. This is being held in a go-to meeting format as well as online. And prior to opening, I'd like to notice that according to Mass General Law, anyone who intends to record the meeting must first notify the chair, who will then inform other attendees at the start. Does anybody intend to record? Seeing nobody, I hereby call the meeting to order at 6:36. I would invite you to join me in standing and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and I thank you for your patience, both for the Tigger Realty Trust and the special permit for the Grateful Mug. Unfortunately, we do not have quorum tonight. Neither of the fifth and sixth persons on our board are able to attend. So unfortunately, we're going to have to move both hearings until our next meeting, which is February, what is it, the 13th or something?
The 11th?
It's February 11th.
February 11th. I regret to do this. I appreciate the fact that everybody has pulled out, attended in such volume and numbers, and it is deeply regret having to do this, but this is the first time we've had to do this since the beginning of COVID. So at least nobody's ill, it's just people are indisposed. So anyway, you have gained your evening back. I will entertain a motion now, please, to continue the hearing on PB 2024-34 to February 11th, no sooner than 6:30 p.m.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. I'd also entertain a motion to continue public hearing number PB 2024-35, Town of Harwich, to February 11th, no sooner than 6:30 p.m. May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your diligence and citizenship, and I apologize for the inconvenience. So we also have to close, do we have to close both hearings?
No.
No,
Keep
'cause
them open.
they're
We can take
continued.
any
Okay.
testimony,
Do all
we
the-
continue.
Yeah, great.
Sorry.
So we then move on to the item 4 on the agenda this evening, which is approval of planning board meeting minutes for November 12th and December 17th.
So make a motion to approve the planning board minutes of November 12th, 2024, and December 17th, 2024, as written.
Any discussion? Have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Now that takes us to item 5 on the agenda, which is our town planner update. And we have a special item on the agenda this evening.
Yes, I'd like to introduce our new planning assistant, Meg Salmon. Meg, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. I'm Meg Salmon. I started here as the planning assistant kind of at the beginning of January. Very excited to be here working with Town of Harwich Planning. Most of my experience comes from doing weather forecasting and then also working in like water rights planning. So a little bit different than the planning here, but very excited to learn and work with you guys on these projects.
Very good. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out this evening.
Yeah, great to meet you guys.
Yeah, and we're so excited to have Meg. She's been a great fit. She's been here for about 2 weeks now, and so we're very excited to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Awesome.
Well, you'll be seeing us now and then, probably prior to our meetings.
Of course.
During the day when we have stuff to sign off. And that reminds me, do we have sign-offs available this evening, or was this something that we had discussed yesterday about, was it a release of covenant? There was something you needed our...
I will have a decision ready for you
decision,
later
okay.
this week.
Okay, great.
And I will let you know once it's been completed,
Okay.
reviewed by town council.
Very good.
Great. And any other updates? We are proceeding with the local comprehensive plan. Next week, housing production plan is up before the select board, so we're hoping to garner support from our chief elected officials. The open space and recreation and hazard mitigation plan are continuing to move along. And next week, the Cape Cod Commission is holding a DRI public hearing for the Witchmere redevelopment project at 5 p.m. Thursday, February 6th. And I have been asked by commission staff to coalesce comments or any concerns and requirements at the local level from town departments, and to share that with commission staff, just to give them an update. So I have received several items from various town hall departments. So once I finalize a letter to them, I will send it to the Cape Cod Commission, but I'll also be sure to share that with the board as well.
Just as a footnote to the Witchmere redevelopment issue, we periodically have dealt with updated versions of designs for the development of that property. Most recently, there was some contentions, just so, as an FYI, the public pushback at the planning level had to do with wind shear and kind of the blocking of wind in the channel of Witchmere Harbor Channel, which would render it almost impossible to navigate, for the sailors to navigate on their way out there. You know, I just happened to have had a conversation with one of the individuals who spoke in the public meeting about that, and that was probably 18 months, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So just as an FYI.
Thank you.
Christine, do we have any paperwork on this or anything?
Yes, all of the materials are up on the commission website, and I will forward all of the links to you.
Okay.
They've gone through a couple of iterations with Cape Cod staff already, and I will forward those links to each of you.
Great.
And lastly, we have an opportunity, a grant opportunity to support the Conservation Commission and Board of Health for a USDA grant for the People's Garden and Community Garden in the town of Harwich. And if it's okay with the board, if I draft a letter and send it on your behalf.
That'd be great. Do we need to vote on that? Or is that executive fiat by saying?
I think if you want to vote on it, that will be fine.
I think it's.
If I'm drafting and signing it, if I have your permission.
Yeah, no, you have our unless there's any objection.
All right.
No, you have have our support completely.
Thank you. And that's all I have for tonight.
Very good. I see our town administrator, Mr. Powers, is online. Do you have anything for us, or were you here for the what was it, Grateful Mug?
Yes, excuse me, good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Good evening.
Joe Powers, Town Administrator. Certainly ready and excited to present on behalf of the Grateful Mug. But if, Mr. Chairman, if I could just take a moment. Also very grateful to have our planning assistant present and able to introduce herself, and also very excited to have her on staff and with the team, and just very excited for our planning department, because I know we have a lot of projects going forward, and it's great to have the full staff complement.
Well, that's great, and I think you came online a few moments after we declared that we had to continue this particular
Actually,
hearing.
Mr. Chair, if I could, I was here for that. I just
Okay.
chose not to go on camera, but I heard that, and thank you for the update. We'll look to do the presentation on February 11th.
That'd be great. I think it would be more impactful when it's, set in with the rest. So I apologize for having to delay this, but we'll look forward to seeing you then, online or in person. It'd be the light either way.
Hopefully in person, but thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Mr. Powers. Mr. Berard, I see you're online. Were you for one of the hearings that we had to unfortunately continue?
Yes, I was here for the Grateful Mug as well.
Okay, well, again, we were unable to get our quorum this evening, which was probably the first time since 2019, early 2020. So we have a pretty good track record, but this evening we just could not rally the troops. So I apologize for the inconvenience. Look forward to seeing you February 11th at 6:30 p.m. Online or in person?
Thank you.
Thank you all. If there's no further business before the board, I'd like to request a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you all.